Oh, I'm sorry, I had it muted. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi.
Yay. Okay. And you're Amanda, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just looking for. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Let's see. Amanda, what's your last name?
Wyrick?
With a W?
Yeah, Wyrick.
Okay. I don't see you on my sheet, but I know you always here.
I'm ROP.
Yeah, I have. Okay, I'm probably overlooking it, but anyway, I checked you and I just wrote it down again. Why was it? I know you always at my Zoom. I appreciate that. You always show up.
Thank you.
Hi, Charlene. All right. How you doing? I just need everybody to respond. Otherwise, you're not going to get credit. I have people that giving me still screens. You never do. You ladies never do, but I'm just saying. Okay. So thank you for answering. How you doing today?
Hi, Miss Michelle. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good.
Good. Okay, Melissa. Hi, Jamila. Hi. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Max. Everybody needs to respond. Otherwise, you're not going to get credit. At least say hello and answer when you called on. Hello, Selena. Okay. So let's try this again. Jamila, how you doing?
Hi, how you doing?
Okay.
I'm
If
good.
you want to get credit, you have to at least respond. Thank you. Appreciate that. Charlene responded. Charlene. I have some people giving me still pictures and not saying anything. Jocelyn.
I just joined.
Okay, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thanks for responding. Appreciate that. Let's see who else. Max.
I'm here.
Oh, thank you so much, Max. Thank you. Hi, Gina.
I'm also here as well.
Who was that?
Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Thanks for responding. Let's see who else. Selena.
That was me. I don't know if you got me earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I'm sorry. Let's see, Josh and Jamila. Gina.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, remember, just get credit if you at least respond to me and if I call on you for a question, okay? Thank you so much. Okay, so everybody's
No
here.
problem.
Appreciate that. I've been getting a lot of still pictures and stuff, and that's not acceptable anymore. Okay. Okay, so today we're going to be going over chapter 6. And chapter 6 is salon business, which is very important for your new and upcoming cosmetology career. Okay, so for the next 2 days, we're going to be going over chapter 6, salon business. Okay, so the value, selecting the right salon environment for you, for your employment, will allow you to offer the best possible service and products to the clients you serve, and will in turn allow you to feel proud of yourself and the profession you have chosen. Okay, so the main idea is the ability to select the right salon and knowledge of a salon business will ensure financial rewards and personal and professional growth and development. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, it's one thing to go out and search for a job. Okay. Hi, Mackenzie. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Mackenzie. Hi, Jennifer. You have to at least say hi and show your participation or you won't get credit. Okay, we'll get back to that later. So it's one thing to go out and pick a salon. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm checking people in it. I'm multitasking. So it's one thing to go and look for a job. Okay. Another thing that's very important is to pick a salon that fits you as well. Okay. You could send out a resume, you could send out a job application or whatever the job is asking for. But at the same time, you need to make sure that that salon is going to work for you as well. Okay, so you have all different kind of atmospheres and flows of the salon. You know, you might walk into a conservative salon. Okay, there was a time ago in Modesto, there was a Christian salon. So if you was a Baptist or a Christian and you wanted to go in there, not only did they sell Bibles and memorabilia that was pertaining to, you know, religion, they play gospel music and things. Hi, how you doing? I didn't hear you at first. You made me nervous. I'm like, come on now, Jennifer always comes to my Zooms. Okay. All right. Okay. So today, just recapping, we talk about salon business. It's chapter 6. So I was just letting the students know that it's one thing to walk in and fill out a job application or send a resume. It's another thing that you need to pick a salon that works for you. And I was giving an example of a Christian salon that used to be in Modesto. And they play gospel music and they sold, you know, Bibles and things of that nature in the salon. So is that salon, would that fit you? Okay. Are you the type of person that likes to listen to R&B or pop music? Do you like a salon that's high end, that where there used to be salons that you have to wear high heels to work? They had and they still do, a certain dress ethnic that you had to follow. Just like at the school, you have to wear black, right? And once you get to the floor, you can wear black and white. So this is the reason why we have these rules in play. So you could get used to it. So by the time you get your license and get out there, it won't be foreign to you. Okay, some salons don't care if you wear tennis shoes or dress how you are. But to me, even if you have on an apron that looks professional, you wear whatever you want, but have an apron. Now, when I had my salon, that's what we did. Everybody wore little aprons, you know, the kind of aprons that you wear out on the floor. Okay. So the main idea is the ability to select the right salon, and the knowledge of the salon business will ensure financial rewards and personal and professional growth and development. Okay, the plan here is a lengthy one. As you can see, most of it though is so close to the heart of what you need to know that it should give you very little trouble. So we're gonna go over the beauty industry, what you need to know, your professional goals. We're gonna go over, excuse me, Eliza. Hello, Eliza. Did I say your name right? I hope so. Hello. We're gonna go over job search. We're gonna go over resumes, job interviews, evaluating the salon. We're gonna go professional relationships, networking, building a clientele, the stylist clientele relationship, the stylist staff relationship, and performance review. We're also gonna go over salon ownership, self-appraisal, types of salon ownerships, requirements of a salon, getting the right advice, space requirements and floor plans, borrowing money. Elise, am I pronouncing your name right? Elise, okay. No sound. We're also going to go over rental agreements, the types of insurance and taxes, expenses and income, salon philosophy, policies and procedures, salon operation. So it's one thing to say, I'm going to own a salon, but all of these requirements, all these details have to come in play, okay? Because you don't want to open up one year and have to shut down the next. So you want to do your research, you want to form a budget, okay? Know what you're getting yourself into before you even get started, okay? A lot of stylists say, I'm gonna give myself a goal. I'm gonna work for a year or two, build up my clientele, get that experience before I just jump into being a salon owner. And then some people come right out of school and go right into salon ownership, okay? So it's whatever fits your criteria, okay? We're also gonna go over salon retailing, selling professional products, closing the sale, buyer types, and following up effective displays. Because sometimes what you make doing hair might not be enough. So the retail business is a good moneymaker, okay? And what does that mean? That means selling the shampoos and the conditioners and the headscarves and the wraps that your client hairspray. So when your client leave out that door, you should have everything that they need on that shelf so they don't have to stop at Sally's and Walmart and Walgreens and all these places to get this stuff. They should be able to get it right at the salon where you work at. Okay, and some salons give you an extra 20% commission if you sell their retail products. But of course, if it's your own salon, you're gonna get 100% of that. Okay, so today, the salon's customer depends on and seeks out the advice of the expert stylist. The stylist is no longer a beauty operator, but an artist, business professional, offering solutions and creativity on behalf of the client. What you need to know: it takes more than styling talents to be successful in today's cosmetology world. You need to be knowledgeable in many areas of business, including communication, public relations, and sales promotions. The areas in which you choose to develop your expertise will shape your career's future. Your future will be affected by today's constantly changing lifestyles. These changes have created an increasing demand for the services of a cosmetologist. Today's fast-paced lifestyle has resulted in an increased awareness of good grooming habits and the popularization of many new products. Several hair, skin, and nail care products have now become so important to our everyday life that they have actually become household names such as mousse, gel, etc. Another important reason for the popularization of specific product is consumerism, excuse me. That is, most people have become label readers, right? When you go to the beauty supply store, you got hundreds of bottles of shampoo and conditioners. And we even teach that in class, how you have the product knowledge, read your labels, okay? refer to your manufacturer instructions. In order to do that, you have to read. Okay. They have also become more discriminating in their purchases. They have likes and dislikes and will not accept second best. Some of these clients are coming, they're so knowledgeable that they heard things, whether it's on TV, social media, newspaper, they coming to you, they done did their homework and their research. That's why you always got to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of them. If you don't use their product, be knowledgeable about the product or knowledgeable about the service. So when they come into the salon and ask you questions, even if you don't do that particular service, you at least know what they're talking about. For example, a client came into the school the other day and I admired her hair. Beautiful locks of curls. And I said, do you have a perm? Because now these perms look so natural on some people that it could have been her natural hair or it could have been perm. So I just asked, do you have a perm? And she said, no, I have an air set. No, an air perm. And I'm like, what is an air perm? I never heard of it before. Well, now I know what an air perm is, because once something comes across me, I'm going to be searching. An air perm is a perm set. Okay, it's your regular 9-block. The only difference is you are not using any chemicals in it. It would be just like a roller set. Okay, but instead of a roller set, using the regular rollers, you're rolling up in a perm with the perm rods with no chemicals. They sit on your dry. When they completely dry, take it out, and they have the look. Of course, it's temporary. A permanent wave is permanent. It grows out. But a perm rod set is only temporary until the next shampoo. Okay. So I just wanted to give that as an example. I've been doing hair since God made dirt back in the day, but the terms are changing. Okay. Technology is the same, but the terminology is changing. So you have to keep up with today's terminology. Okay. We used to have bell-bottom pants, and now they call them flare pants. Okay. We used to call the wide leg pants, wide legs pants. Now they call them palazzos. It's the same thing, but the terminology is different. That's all. I'm just trying to give you an example. Okay, so because of these changes, there is an increasing demand for your advice. Manufacturers, distributors, and industrial organizations conduct and sponsor educational seminars, clinics, and training programs designed to upgrade your technical and business skills and product knowledge on a regular basis. These educational events will give you a very important edge that will help you stay ahead in all aspects of the professional beauty business. And no other time in history has a career in the cosmetology field been more attractive or lucrative than today. The public continues to bestow well-earned respect, prestige, and rewards on those who strive to be the best. Through the services you perform, you can take pride in your contributions to society and your unique artistic creations. You can be both a business person and an artist. And once the economy opens back up and they start having hair shows again, you go to a hair show and they have business booths to show you business technology and seminars, and as well as the hairsprays and the colors and everything else that's new and coming out on the market. You can also learn how to file your taxes as a business owner. They have classes on that, you know, how to start a salon business. It's just so professionally well done. I'm telling you, I miss a hair show, even though I've been doing hair for so long. You could never get enough education. And that's what we call continuing education. So I strongly suggest that everybody tries to go to hair shows, seminars, and advanced classes, even beyond when you get graduate beauty college. So your professional goals. A goal states and defines what path your career will take. You may want to own a salon, become a platform artist, teach in school, or anything else that appeals to you. Your goals will motivate you on a daily, monthly, and yearly basis. Listed below are 4 easy to follow guides that will help you determine your goals. So for instance, I worked in a salon for 37 years. So you kind of reach a breaking point. You know, I want to do something else. So I went into teaching. Okay. So now being a teacher, if I wanted to be a state board examiner, I could do that because you have to do one before the other. But so I'm just letting you students know that it doesn't stop just behind the chair. Okay. You could be a platform artist. You could work for Clairol or what else is out there? Joyco, whatever company that will hire you, and they will pay for you to fly to these different hair shows, whether it's Paris or the Caribbean island or Florida, wherever the hair shows are, and that company is going, they will send you there. They will pay for your hotel. They will pay for your food. And you're just standing up there demonstrating and cutting, doing haircuts or whatever that product is. You're selling that product to the cosmetologists and the barbers so they could bring it back to their barbershop or their salon. That's how it works. Everybody is in the industry. That's what we call it. We call this the industry. So whether you're working for a mortician, you're a makeup artist in Hollywood, you travel in the world being a platform artist, you want to stand behind the chair, you want to teach, you want to be a state board examiner, the sky is the limit. It doesn't just stop here. Okay. So establish a long-term goal. What is your long-term goal? Where do you see yourself in 10 years or 5 years? You know, some people have short goals. They want to do this 2 years. This is their max. This is where they want to be. So whatever your goals is, set it. So write it down. Discuss with someone who has accomplished a similar goal, the obstacles that you might incur. Make a commitment to yourself to dedicate your actions towards their goal. So in other words, talk to somebody that's knowledgeable, the teachers that are in your school, okay? Everybody in there has some kind of experience. So if you want to hear their experience that will help you better, don't be afraid to ask. You know, you could come to me and ask me anytime, any questions. Okay, I'm open. Determine your short range goals. They identify what you would like to achieve in the next year. Decide on immediate activities you can undertake to achieve this short range goal. Examples would include job interviews, part-time work in a salon, etc. There are some people that graduate from cosmetology school and will be a shampoo assistant. Why is that? Okay, you're getting paid. You haven't built up your clientele yet. And you're observing what's going on in the salon. You're learning all the inside information because you're inside, you're shampooing, you're getting knowledgeable. So whatever it goes, you could say, okay, I want to be a shampoo assistant for about 6 months. And after that, I want to try to rent a booth. Whatever your goals is, write it down so you can look back on it and reflect on that. Okay. So create a plan to achieve your goals. Be specific. As you create a set of objectives and tasks, examples would include continuing education, meaning what do you want to go to an advanced class after you graduate Adrian's Beauty College? Do you want to go take some advanced haircutting classes? Do you want to be a colorist? You want to specialize in color? And you go take a advanced coloring class. Consider your budget and include ways to support the plan financially. Include alternate plans. Review your goals periodically, meaning that go back and look in your planner. See what you wrote down for yourself, okay? Change them if you no longer reflect your chosen personal and professional life directions. This is where alternate plans come into play. You may need to save $10 per week or attend more seminars than you originally planned. Okay, so I lead by example. So I was born and raised in New Jersey. I got my cosmetology license in New Jersey. And I worked in a wonderful salon. The owner was spectacular. You know, I owned a home, everything was going good, but something, I just wanted more. So, I set my goal. I have to do something else. I can't see myself being here, for the rest of my life. And that's when I decided to move to California, took the test out in California, and the rest is history. So you never stuck. You're never in one place. Hi, Jay.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Okay, we're on chapter 6. We're talking about salon business.
Okay.
So searching for a job can be exciting and rewarding experience. As your search progresses, you'll be learning a lot about the inner workings of an industry and yourself. Remember, when searching for a job, do not compromise your goals. In other words, don't settle. If that salon doesn't seem like a good fit for you before you jump in there, search around for different salons. Because I'm telling you, a salon is like a second family. That's going to be your second home. You spend more time at work than you would at home. You'll see your coworkers more than you see your family. Okay? And that's the truth. You're going to see your coworkers at least 4 to 5 days a week. You won't see your family that much, especially if they live out of town. Like my sister, she lives 30 minutes away. I don't see her 4 or 5 days a week, but I see my coworkers 4 or 5 days a week. Okay? So talk to stylists who worked in the salons you admire. They might know of positions about to open up. Check the classified section of your local newspaper. Many salons advertise there. The salon name may not be listed under beauty salons. Instead, you may discover an ad under hair designer, professional salon stylist, makeup artist, cosmetologist, or other special headings. The Sunday classified section generally has the wildest range of employment opportunities. Now, we have to update this book, because beyond the Sunday paper, what is it? Social media, right? Craigslist. I know people that looked on Craigslist for job opportunities. Okay, Facebook, Instagram. I could go on and on and on. Talk to distributors, sales consultants from companies that sell hair, skin, and nail care products to schools and salons who may visit your school. Salons often inform their distributors consults of their personal needs. Now, I'm gonna give another example. When you work in a salon, what they're talking about is distributors. There are people that come into the salon to sell products. You're gonna get so well established that you don't ever have to go out to a beauty salon again. A beauty supply store again. They are gonna come to you, okay? So when my distributors were coming to my salon, they would tell me, I said, well, I'm looking for some chairs. Okay, well, I know somebody that's going out of business, or they're moving, they're relocating, or I have some furniture, so that is your network. That's your connection. They will also let you know, well, there's job opportunities coming up here and there and there. So just be nice and talk to people, because you never know what doors they might open for you. Also, almost all cosmetology schools have job placement services for their graduating students. We have a board over by the TV where the manicurists are stationed at. There's a little, I don't know if anybody noticed that cork board. So we have the job listings over there. So refer to your school's bulletin board for job postings and ask your instructors to give you some ideas about seeking employment. You may want to check with your city or state unemployment office for listings in the cosmetology field. While there, you can place your name on file and they will contact you when openings are in the field. A very good idea is to canvass the area where you would like to work. Then make a list of those salons where you would like to begin employment. Call or visit the salons that impress you most and ask if they are hiring new personnel. You can always mail out resumes, attaching a cover sheet to each, requesting the owner or manager contact you for an interview if any openings become available. Okay, so resumes. If you decide to send a resume, be sure to develop one that describes your attributes in a brief, concise manner, including personal data, name, address, phone, email, educational background, schools attended, additional training. Okay, that's the advanced training, like the extra haircutting classes, or a weave class, or an eyelash class, or a coloring class. This is what they mean about additional training. Previous employment is if applicable, and special skills or areas of expertise, or any special awards of recognition. So all those awards you might get in school, you know, we have contests before the COVID, and we're sure we're going to pick them up again, student competition, and we always give out a little certificate. So you need to save all those little certificates so you can put them in a nice frame. And when you get your station or your salon, or put it on your resume, you can hang it on your wall. You could never go wrong with signing up for competition. Also include your references, professional and personal, your interests, your hobbies, your skills, and most important, why you want to work in this particular salon. Because the owner wants a good fit too. Okay, so sometimes when you write down your hobbies, that will kind of reflect on your personality. You like to go to Zumba classes, you like to do track, or you just like to watch TV, or you know, whatever your hobbies are. It will help with your resume. Okay, so the big question when sending resumes is, what color paper should I use? Most professionals recommend that you stay with white or a pale shade of beige, blue or gray. Important also is the stock, type, and weight of the paper, and the legibility of the print. Professional resumes writers recommend 10 to 11 point font size and 24 to 26 pounds classic laid or linen paper. Now, I also know that a lot of doing a lot of H&R clients, you know, human resource clients, basically clients that hire people. You know, when you start doing hair, you're going to meet people from all walks of life. They say that they don't even read paper resumes. I mean, not resumes. They don't even read paper applications. So you do email and send your resume with the email. Okay, this is 2021. Okay, before you could print it out and you could type it, attach whatever, a cover sheet, and then you could walk in and physically hand it to people. But now a lot of people want you to do the same exact thing, but this time you're just sending it with an email. But be sure to type your resume neatly, whether you do it on a typewriter or a computer and print it out, or you email it in. Make sure it's very neat. It's lined up, okay? There are professional business services offices that offer resume creations and writing at your very reasonable cost. So if you don't, you know, if that's not your thing to do resumes, or you're not familiar with computers, or you don't like to type, what they're saying is there are professional business service that would be more than happy to do it for you for a small fee. You may want to use their services for printing your resume on professional paper stock, or for assisting you in the creation of your resume. Always address your letter and resume to the owner or manager of the salon. If you don't know the owner's and or manager's name, call and find out. Even though you may have to write much of the same data on the application form, a resume can give the salon information about you that would not normally be asked on the application form. You have the option of including a photo of yourself and with your resume. If you're applying for a position within a large salon and you know that many people complete the interview process, it might be good marketing to include your photo. The person interviewing you would appreciate having a visual reminder of who you are. That's a good tip. But what they're saying is there might be a lot of applicants for that one position. So if you send your picture in, it's like an instant, a connection. Something about you might connect with the person who's hiring. So the person interviewing you would appreciate having a visual reminder of who you are. Legally, you are not required to supply a photo. So they just recommending that you do that, but legally you don't have to. Okay. A cover letter is necessary. It's a necessity as a companion piece to your resume. The cover letter introduces you to the salon, offers a brief summary of why you would like to be employed at the salon, and also provides a brief description of the qualities you feel you could bring to the salon. This letter should be neatly typed in a business letter format and contain the date, your address, salon address, greeting, closing, and your signature. So, job interviews. Your first job interview for a position as a stylist or a specialist in a salon may seem too far away to consider if you're just beginning your cosmetology course, or make you nervous because you are about to graduate. Or perhaps after months of studying and practical experience, you're excited about obtaining a new job. So while interviews can be nerve-wracking for everyone, just remember to stay calm and be yourself. It won't take long for your skills, talents, and positive attitude to outweigh your concerns. Proper preparation takes away most of the nervousness. Personal appearance. So before going to your interview, remember that your personal appearance and grooming habits are very noticeable. If you are neat and fashionably dressed, and if you have a contemporary hairstyle that flatters your face and physical features, if your skin looks healthy, makeup applied properly for females, you will begin the interview with a very good first impression. This initial impression will set the tone of your interview. Okay, so one thing you hear over and over again, even after you get in a salon, you will hear clients say after they feel comfortable with you, when the first time I walked into the salon, I knew I didn't want so-and-so to do my hair because she looked a hot mess. Her hair wasn't done makeup, so they wanted to go to the one that looked it more neat. Now, does that mean that the person that looks more physically attractive as far as the hair and the makeup can do the best hair? No. That's not what that means. That means that that client is going to be drawn to the one that has it together versus the one that doesn't have it together. Okay. Application. Before the interview begins, you may ask to fill out an application for employment. Aside from standard information such as your name, address, and telephone number, you will list where and when you graduated from cosmetology school, the date you completed your state board of cosmetology examination, and any additional educational training you may have had. If you have attended special classes, seminars, or additional career-related training activities, list this information also. Punctuality, so important. Probably the first relationship you form with the prospective employer will be while applying for your job. The impression you make as a professional is your responsibility. You alone will have to promote yourself and your skills to be the potential employer, to the potential employer. An interviewer may intentionally schedule an appointment time that is early in the morning to determine your ability to be punctual. That is so true. They will schedule it at 8 o'clock to see if you're going to get there at 8:15, 8:20, 8:30. They want to know if you're going to be on time, because there's nothing worse than having a client on the book and that client is sitting there waiting for you to come to work. That's not a good look. You alone will have to promote yourself and your skills to the potential employer. Okay, be sure you arrive early for the appointment and that you have confirmed the exact location, parking availability, and cost, if appropriate, and the approximate travel time you will need. So most people will do a dry run the day before, don't wait till that day to try to figure out what the address is. Now we got GPS, so that helps a lot. But sometimes GPS might have you going around in a circle. Okay? You be like, I could have went right there if I went down so-and-so street, but GPS had me go all the way around. So just try to map it out the day before. Okay? Technical and communication skills. The salon owner manager will be interested in the skills and services you perform. Salons are always eager to have talented, capable staff members. The fact that you recently graduated from school can actually be an advantage, since many salons will see you as having acquired no bad working habits. Very often during an interview for a stylist position or other related positions, because some people, it might be the receptionist job open. That's the salon you've been trying to get into. So you might want to take that position, and then when a chair opens up, then you could just move on up the ladder inside the salon. So it just depends on what your goals are. Okay, so some people don't want to wait until the chair opens up. They'll take what they can get just to get in that salon door. Okay. The interviewer may do several things. Ask you to demonstrate your skill level by bringing a model to cut, color, or perm, and contact your school to get an appraisal from the instructors. And this is so true. If you have somebody right out of beauty school, or they could have been doing hair for 2 and 3 years, they might have a portfolio with all the pictures of all the haircuts and styles that they did. Now everybody have pictures on their phone. So they'll take up pictures of their work and have it on their phone. Okay, but it's always better to show pictures that the work that you did than pictures in a magazine or on Pinterest of other people's work. The same as when you start building up your clientele. It's better to show them pictures of the work that you did than to go get a hairstyling book or show them something on Pinterest that other people have done. Okay? Just little helpful hints. So basically, even in beauty school, with the permission of your clients, after you do a haircut or a style that you're proud of, ask the client, do you mind me taking a picture of your hair? And some people say, well, don't take my face, but take the hairstyle. But they'll still let you do it. But you always have to ask first out of respect and privacy issues, okay? Even after you get your license, you still have to respectfully ask the client, can I take a picture of your hair? Okay. So during the course of your conversation with the management or while demonstrating your skills, your interviewer will also be evaluating your communication skills and your ability to develop interpersonal relationships. Be as calm and professional during the interview and demonstrate as you would be with a client. So let me jump back to the interviewer asking you to bring a model. It depends on the salon, and there's a lot of upscale salons that will have you do that. They want to actually see you do a haircut and maybe an air form in that client, finishing the style. They are watching your skills, your technique, and your speed. Okay, because there are some salons that still pay salary, meaning that until you build up your clientele, that's the best kind of job to have. When I first moved to California, I got a salary paying job. I'm born and raised in New Jersey. I had no friends in California. I had no clientele. So I took a salary paying job. What does that mean? That means that I'm helping that employer do their work on their clients, but I'm getting a check every week. Okay. But you also could build up your own clientele while that's happening. Meaning that clients are going to be like, can I get your number? I would want to sit in your chair. Okay. And that's the beginning of building up your clientele. So personal qualities. Another area that the interviewer will be evaluating is your personal qualities. The salon management may evaluate you on such qualities as your sincerity and honesty, your motivation and enthusiasm towards the industry, understanding of the salon goals, realistic career objectives, and obvious desire to work. So if they hire you and every time they call on you to do a client and you coming up with an excuse, are you an asset to that employer or are you a liability? Okay, you're hiring people to work. You have a busy salon, busy clientele, you need those stylists to come in motivated, enthusiasm, ready to work, honest, meaning that I could put my shares down on this station and maybe I forget them because I'm in a hurry to get home. I got to go pick up my child from school or whatever the reason. When you come back the next day, your shares, your blow dry, everything is still where you left it at. Okay. And that's not always the case in a lot of salons. So, so it's nice to find a good fit like that. In the United States, illegal interview questions are those that discriminate on the basis of age, color, race, gender, disability, national origin, or religion or creed. So those are the questions that should not be in an interview. Oh, there's more. Ability to promote a new service or retail product. Willingness to work as a member of the salon team. Ability to organize and manage your time. Educational and professional goals, and ability to accept constructive criticism. So let me go over that again because I jumped from here to there. So it says the personal qualities that the interview, it will be evaluating. Okay, so 1 is sincerity and honesty. 2 is motivation and enthusiasm towards the industry. 3 is understanding of the salon's goals. 4 is realistic career objectives. 5 is the obvious desire to work. Not that you sitting at your station and on your phone. You are there ready and eager to work, make money for you and make money for the salon. 6 is ability to promote a new service or retail product. They're looking for somebody that's going to pump those products. And you should too. You don't want to finish a professional job, get paid professional, good quality money, and then the client is going to Walmart or Walgreens to buy Suave products. You want to sell them the same products that you use on their hair because for one, the maintenance is important when they go home. So if they're using the same professional shampoo and conditioner that you use in the salon to use at home, the hair is still going to continue what you started. You know, you gave them a good trim, you gave them a good deep conditioner. And now you don't want them to go home and use sulfate shampoos or shampoos that's too high in pH, that's going to strip the natural oils from the hair. Or if they have color and they're going to go and use a shampoo that's not for color treated hair, okay? It's going to strip the color out there. So you want to try to sell the retail products that you use in the salon. Make sure they don't go empty-handed when they leave out the door. And like I said, a lot of salons will give you 20% or more for a commission on everything that you sell. Okay, every salon is different. Some salons don't. So when you are trying to interview yourself for the salon you want to work in, make sure that's one of the criteria. They give you a commission on the retail. They supply the towels. Okay, they have towel service. They supply the liability insurance. These are things that you might want to look for when you trying to find the right salon that fits for you. The employer is trying to find the right employee that fits them. You need to find the right employer that fits you. Okay. Willingness to work as a member of the salon team. Ability to organize and manage your time. That's important. And I teach my students right now in phase 1. Time yourself. you know how to do the increased layer form. I'm just using that as an example. You know how to do the increased layer form. Now time yourself. Nobody has to know but you and your phone. Put the timer on. Okay, so it took you an hour to do that haircut. Work your way down to 30 minutes. Okay? Because if you don't know how long it takes you to do any service, how would you know how to manage your time to book your next client? Because in this profession, time is money. Okay, I'm not saying to speed race through your client's hair. I'm just saying there's going to come a point in your career where you know how long it's going to take you to do a roller set, how long it's going to take you to do a permanent wave, how long it's going to take you to do a relaxer, how long it's going to take you to do an air form, shampoo, air form. You're going to start knowing how long it takes you, because then you'll know what time to book your next client. And it shouldn't take you 3 hours to do a client. Okay, so at 3 hours a client and 8 hours in a day, you're only gonna do 3 clients in 9 hours? No. Okay, so that's why you need to start working on your speed. You got your accuracy down pat, you got your procedures down pat, now start working on your time. Okay, education and professional goals. Is it gonna stop here after beauty college? This is what the employees want to know. Are they driven? They like to go to hair shows. They like to go to advanced classes. They keep brushing up on their skills. They're keeping up with the latest terminology, the latest techniques. This is what some employees are looking for. An ability to accept corrective criticism. This is number one, even in the school. If I was to walk over and say, okay, let me show you this way. Are you going to have an attitude because the teacher's trying to show you a different way or maybe a faster way? And we have 20 different teachers. They're going to show you 20 different ways, but it's not the wrong way. It's their technique. So what you need to do as a cosmetologist is to take every little bit of information that you can and create your own style with it, your own uniqueness with it. Okay? I hear many times, Miss So-and-so showed me to do it this way. Mr. So-and-so showed me to do it that way. That is absolutely right. But I'm going to show you my way. And now you could take all those different ways and stir it up in a pot.
Excuse me, Miss Michelle.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna change the Zoom to my phone. Is that okay?
Oh, yes, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Miss
So,
Michelle, can I add to what you were saying? Just as
Sure.
a professional in the area of design already, as a florist, I've taken a lot of extended courses outside of just my original floristry course.
mhm,
And what was suggested to me at one time was even going back through YouTube, because most everybody's got something on YouTube. And in our industry, you've got Guy Tang. There's quite a few. If you go back even through people within our industry,
mhm,
things that, oh, well, I do it this way because Guy Tang did it this way. You'll see throughout the course of his career and all the videos that he's posted, even he has changed his technique over and over and over and over. So
mhm.
there's 100 ways to skin a cat, and you can't stick to one because it's always going to change, evolve. There's always going to be a better way, a worse way, a more interesting way. It's important
Exactly.
to do that. And it's helped me out in this, and I'm assuming it's going to help me out in hair also.
It definitely will. And always have an open mind. Always be willing to listen to new ideas, because it's just like fashion. Fashion is always changing. Can you imagine if we were still wearing the same stuff that we did in the 70s and 80s? I mean, and nothing's wrong with that, because a lot of stuff is retro too. They just put a new flair to it. Okay? So, and the terminology is changing, but it's the same thing. Okay? And it always increases. It always is revolving. Because Guy Tang, he keeps up with the advanced classes and probably going to Paris and here and there to learn and educate himself, or New York, or, you know? So he's always revolving. So he has to update his videos. Okay, now I learned how to do this way. Okay, and most of the time they're learning how to do it more precise. Okay, maybe they learn in a different way for their time management. It could be a number of reasons, but yes, you're absolutely correct. And that's what I like about you, Jennifer, because you have all of y'all have a natural gift, but you're willing to listen and open your mind to hear different ideas. And that's where it starts at. And that's all I'm telling the rest of you students. Just be ready to keep your eyes and ears open and be ready to get different ideas from different teachers. It's all the same technique. Okay, the procedure might be a little different, but the technique is going to end the same. Does that make sense, students? Anybody else have any question or ideas to add to that?
Okay.
What?
I got things to do at
Okay.
home.
Okay, never mind. I shouldn't have
Okay.
asked you.
Okay,
Drop
so
them off at the house, all right, and then go get them.
evaluating the salon.
And then you just keep the call until about 9 o'clock, all right?
Okay, I'm
Okay,
sorry. I should have
that's all.
asked.
Okay, honey, I've just got things to do, that's all.
Correctly evaluating your future workplace is very important. For it is there you will be spending most of your days developing your career. To evaluate a salon in terms of its advantages and disadvantages, ask the owner, manager questions about the prospective job. And consider some of the following criteria. So 1, what is your impression of the salon management? Does the owner manager appear to be someone who communicates with and encourages the members of the staff? Does he or she seem to be easy to talk to about goals and desires? And that is important because if you're feeling a little mixed feelings about anything, and you can't go to that manager or the owner and express your opinion or your feelings without feeling like you're being fired, it might be I don't know, it might not be a good fit. I feel like, because I'm a very talkative person. If I come to you with an idea or suggestion or a question, you should be easy to talk to. You know, nobody should snap at anybody because they had a question, you know? Okay, so number 2, what services are performed there? Are the salon's products professional? Is the work performed of high quality? And I'm going to share with you some of my own personal experience. I worked in a salon. I didn't do it. Let me stand corrected with that. But that you kind of watch other stylists. You want to be aware of your surroundings and your environment when you work anywhere. So this one particular salon I worked at, the stylist was pouring the cheap shampoo into the modern and fancier, the better shampoo and conditioners. So what were they doing? They were fooling the client to think that they're getting all these top-notch designer shampoos and conditioners, where actually they were pouring Suave and all this cheap stuff into those bottles. Is that fair? No. And you could see the results of their hair to know something was going on. They wondering why my client's hair is bouncing and shining and behaving when they walk out their door, and their client's hair is limp and dull and not doing anything. It's not even moving. Clients pay attention. Okay, they pay attention. They're going to speak up. Okay. Number 3, what does the salon charge for the services performed? Are the prices in line with the quality of the work done? Is the salon competitive with other salons in the area? So most salons in Modesto are going to be competitive. That means they might be a $5 difference higher or lower. Okay. So for example, you go get a haircut now, I think they're about $30. So you might have some salon that do it for 25 and some do it for 35. But there's nobody that's going to be doing a haircut for 50, not in this area, maybe LA or the Bay Area. Okay, so it depends on your environment. And you want to check out the rest of the salon's prices so you'll know that if you're not whether you are in a salon or not, that is competitive, or they trying to rip people off with their prices. Okay. How large is the salon staff? Are you comfortable working with a group of people this size? So if you haven't noticed already, there are 1-chair salons. That means that owner just don't want to work with anybody. Okay. They call them like parlors. There's 2 chairs. There's the most is, the minimum I have seen is 4 chairs. But sometimes there's 10 and 12. So where there's 10 and 12 chairs, there's 10 and 12 employees. Are you the type of cosmetologist that wants to work in a salon when there's 10 and 12 employees, and then you have to share sinks and hair dryers? Or would you like a nice modern medium salon that has about 4 chairs? 4 chairs, 3 shampoo bowls, you know, a minimum. So that's 4 different personalities that you connect with. Well, actually 3. The 4th one will be you. Or do you want to deal with 10 personalities? The 10th one is you. So that this, you have to think, you need to think about all these things before you just go out there searching. Try to, like they say, write down your goals and see what it is that you want. Are you comfortable working with a group of that size? 5, which product line does the salon use and recommend to clients for use at home? Is it the same product line used on clients in the salon at the back bar? That's why I was just giving an example. What you see with me is what you get when I was in the salon. If I had Design Essential or Joy Code, that's what was inside the bottle, but everybody's not honest like that. So it's what you see on the back bar. Everybody knows what the back bar is, right? That's the shelf that's behind the sinks. And that's where all your shampoo and your conditioners will be placed. Is the label on the back bar matching what's inside? Okay. What type of clientele does the salon have? Students, business people, etc. Are you working in a kid-friendly salon? Do you want to work in? There's salons that have all the hydraulic chairs look like cars and Disney princesses, and along with some of those pedicure spas, excuse me, fly. Or do you want to work in a teenage place that caters to teenagers, or do you want to work in with a mature crowd, 40 and older? So it's up to you. But these are things that you just need to think about. Is the salon growth orientated? What are their goals? Okay, so back to let me jump back to this. What kind of clientele does the salon have? I worked in another salon. I didn't work there too long. They've been out in the back parking lot, you know, bumping the music and, you know, doing other things that they shouldn't have been doing. But in the meantime, your client has to park back there and walk around into the salon, and they might feel uncomfortable. Okay, so that's why you even want to survey the area before you decide to work there. If you are a church-going person, you don't want to work in that kind of environment. Or if you're a person that just free-spirited, you might not want to work in a conservative salon. Okay, so just keep that in mind. What benefits does the salon offer its employees? Medical insurance, retirement, paid holidays, educational, and advancement. So if you have small children, you might want to have benefits. Okay, if you still have benefits under your parents or your husband, benefits might not concern you. So, but these are all factors that need to take in place when you're considering what salon you want to work in. Does the salon have well-developed advertisement and professional programs to help bring in new clients? Are they just going by referrals? Are they advertising on TV? Are they advertising in a local newspaper? Are they advertising on social media? Some salons say, join us on Facebook. There was a nail salon in NT Nails that opened up. They would advertise on Yelp. You like us on Facebook, you come in, you get a free glass of wine. Of course, you got to be 21 or older, but I'm just saying, see how the promotional advertisements they did to lure customers in? Okay, so whatever. There's some salons that offer cheese and wine, or maybe just a sparkling apple cider, or water with the slices of oranges in it, make it look all fancy. Okay, there's salons when you walk in, they have you put on a robe, not a bathrobe, this professional robe. So if you're doing color and things like that, they don't have to worry about their clothes getting stained. So it depends on what are you looking for? What are the policies and procedures of the salon? Who schedules the clients and how? That's another important thing. Do you want to schedule your own clients, or do you want to go somewhere where they have a receptionist and the receptionist is scheduling your clients? Is the receptionist going to be fair? Give all the clients to the same two stylists, or are they going to spread it out evenly? You know, have a list. I know some salons, they have lists. The next one up, that's the person who's going to get called on. So they were fair. But some people want to show favoritism. So you need to peep all that out before you decide to work there. What are the working conditions? Will you be comfortable? Okay. How is their pest control? Okay. Who wants to do a client and you got to worry about creepy crawlers and things like that? Or they leave the door open and there's nothing but flies in there. I went to get my nails done. They did an excellent job on the nails, but they left the door open, and the whole time you're sitting there trying to relax and have a pedicure, you're going like this, swapping flies. That's not comfortable. So you have to pick your salon just like the employees picking you. What are the job responsibilities? Will the job be a challenge? What will you be paid? What are the advancement possibilities and benefits? Can you grow in that salon? Will you always be right there where you started? Or do you have an opportunity to advance? There are salons that will pay for you to go and have a continuing education. They will pay for you to go to haircut classes to keep your skills on top. Okay, so these are things to consider. If any of these questions remains unanswered after your initial interview, be sure to find out the answers during your final interview. Okay, so we're gonna break for 10 minutes and I'll be back at 3:15. 3:15. Easier said than done. If you put all that stuff in the thing, something you don't have to worry about. One reason why I said that, I was the same way. It was just so overwhelming. I just had bag and bag. I just took it to the Swedish people, and now I keep it like this. So now my machine will take care of it. But see, you were the one who started that for me, and I don't know how all that stuff got in there. That was just supposed to be paper. When my father died, you know, and I had to send it away. And what happened was, it was like Dr. said, I stuck it there. We'll get back. You get something else. Stuff it there. So you get back. A little better, not much paper. The only reason those two were there is because one is Lowe's paper and one is Home Depot paper. I noticed that you are doing it. I stick it there, and then like I said, you let them up, I take it all out. No problems with the bill. And then the new bills, I put in the front. I think I'm paying up on the bill. Those ones that came in, we have to pay up on them. You have something like this? Yeah. Okay, well, look, tax documents. Every time I got one in the mail, I just stuck it in here. That's what I thought, that's what I was doing too. Where did I put it? That's the thing, if you had something like this, see, now all my stuff, I'm just ready to go down there and grab my envelope. I'm just giving you ideas. Yeah, that's what you wanna do. And look, I got my tax document, I got my agents for myself, I got my lab work field statements, I got my alcohol bills, I got my medical statements. That's what you ought to throw that away in a minute, because I'm fine. Everything from my car loan, EDD. This is what I need to be working on. I'm gonna try to be applied, look. Oh, now I'm gonna try to be applied. Look. So, got one of these, I have tons of these. And when we could start another system that was better. All right. I'm no rush after I get off this Zoom. Yeah, what's in this? Okay, we're back. So this, the size of a salon is probably the least important factor in deciding whether to accept a position. So once again, the size of a salon is probably the least important factor in deciding whether to accept a position. The physical size of a business is not an indication of its potential for growth or your potential to be successful. A small salon can be more successful in many ways, including financially. than a larger salon that is not working to its full potential. Do not be over influenced by the physical appearance or the busy activity that goes on inside a salon. Take time to evaluate each salon to make certain it will be a stimulating place to work. Determine if it is a professionally operated business that allows you to grow and achieve your goals. Spend enough time in the salon to get a feeling for the atmosphere and the teamwork there. Okay, job benefits. Job benefits are a key factor that will determine whether you accept one job over another. Remember, when viewing the potential of a job, consider not only your salary or commission on services or retail, but also the benefits provided. Often a job that pays less in salary is actually giving you more by providing you with costly benefits, extras, such as paid holidays and bonuses, number of sick days allowed each year, paid or not, insurance benefits, health, accident, and life, retirement plan, paid vacations, opportunities for travel, opportunity for advancement, new positions, responsibilities, educational seminars and events. Does salon share costs? There are some businesses, like I said, will pay you all expenses paid to go to Vegas and learn the newest technology, a hair show, educational classes. Which brings me to number 8, educational seminars and events. Ongoing salon educational programs and guest artist classes. Back in the day, they would have guest artists come to supply stores and beauty salons to do classes right there, up close and personal. And a motivating and comfortable workplace, length of lunch or dinner break, and number of breaks during the day or evening. Tell your employer about any conflicts you may have with your work schedule during the interview. Don't wait until you get hired and then tell them, oh, I can't come on Fridays because my son has soccer practice. Let them know during the interview is what they say. Before you accept employment with a salon, school, or product manufacturer, etc., look at all the benefits offered. Determine which ones are important to you. Will you be happy with the benefits you want most? Your new job. In a salon, there are several approaches used to instruct new employees. 2 of the most common approaches are: 1, many salons have a general orientation program to familiarize the new employee with the work habits and the standards of the salon. Most salons have employee handbooks detailing such information. General orientation might also include a few days of technical training to familiarize you with techniques that are particular to your new salon position. 2, another approach has the new stylist assigned as an assistant or an apprentice with an experienced stylist in the salon until she or he is totally familiar with the salon procedures and practices. This method varies in length of the time based on your skill level and expected expertise. Some salons prefer to offer a combination of assisting and assigning you new clients, which provides you an opportunity to build a clientele of your own. A combination of a general orientation program and assisting is also a common practice with new employees. Okay. Professional relationships. The beauty industry is multi, drawing on a multitude of job descriptions, positions, career directions, building solid professional relationships with other professionals in your foundation for a future. Networking, this is so important. Professional relationships are based on open, honest, well-developed communication with everyone you meet during your career. You never know the person you meet in the supermarket or the dentist's office, the person who sits in your chair. You can network with them. They'll help build a clientele. And most of the time, when you do one client, they're going to refer other clients to you. Okay. So professional relationships are based on open, honest, well-developed communication with everyone you meet during your career. Whether these people are your clients, staff members, salon owners, managers, or others you meet at seminars, trade shows, or other industry-related programs, each can be important to your growth. And that is so true. As these relationships grow, they reflect the strengths, creativity, dedication, and tremendous effort of progression. Professional cosmetologists throughout the world. It is a rewarding challenge for everyone beginning a career to perform professional relationships with fellow industry members. The most important relationship you form at the beginning of your career are those that develop within the salon. Like all relationships, those in the salon begin with the first impression you create. Building a clientele. There are many techniques you can use to build a clientele. Some of the most effective techniques include the following. 1, word of mouth advertising. Word of mouth advertising is probably the most effective way of building your clientele. Clients who are pleased with your services will recommend your services to their friends. Your expertise, your care with people, and your willingness to teach all help bring clients and their friends into your salon. Now, I'm just going to lead by example. So I'm going to tell you the first 3 years when I moved to Modesto, that was in 1990. We had pagers. Nobody had cell phones unless they were doctors or lawyers. So I went and got a pager because that was a new thing. You put the pager number on your business card. You pass out business cards and hope that somebody's going to page you for an appointment. I even wrote down on crayon on construction paper a flyer, a sales flyer. Went to Kinko's, now it's FedEx. Kinko's, got them printed out, passed them out when I was here, there, everywhere, the mall, wherever I was at. So pager was silent the first year. I thought something was wrong with my pager. I had to call one of my best friends and said, can you please page me? I want to make sure my pager works. So she paged me and I called her back and I said, well, it's not the pager. I just don't have no clients. So anyway, we still laugh about that today. So I just share that with you to say, it wasn't like that after a year. The second year got better. The third year, that's when I could really see the difference. And that's why they say, give yourself 3 years to decide if your business is going to fail or succeed. Don't give up. Keep it moving, keep it pushing. Because by that third year, I did not have to advertise anymore. It was all word of mouth. And my clientele stopped when I stopped. When I retired out as a salon and became a beauty school instructor, that's when it stopped. And I still get phone calls today, but I have to refer them out. But when my point is that after you build that clientele, you don't have to worry about advertising no more. Because once people start seeing your work, they're going to tell their cousins, they're going to tell their mama, their papas, their friends, their neighbors. They're going to walk into a supermarket. People are going to see your work. I have clients that call me and say, so-and-so gave me your number. I seen her at the Safeway. Her hair looked flawless. I had to stop and ask her when she got her hair done. That's what they talk about, word of mouth. Your work, your creativity as a cosmetology artist will be your #1 best advertisement, and your personality and how you treat people. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Because I have been told by clients that they went to their previous hairstyle and they were mean, snappy, always had something smart to say, but they like to sit in my chair because I make them feel welcome. You know, we can always share a laugh, you know, during the time that they're getting their service. They feel more comfortable coming here, even though they know they could go somewhere else and get a better job, but terrible professional service, okay? So keep that in mind. So word of mouth advertising is probably the most effective way of building your clientele. Clients who are pleased with your services will recommend your services to their friends. Your expertise, your care with people, and your willingness to teach all help bring clients and their friends into the salon. And that's another thing. When I do a consultation and suggest that this client needs a deep penetrating conditioner, you know, the shampoo and conditioners that I've been using at home is not enough, and I give them a good hair trim and get them on their way, I'm teaching them what they need to do when they get home. You need to use this conditioner. You need to use this shampoo. I need to see you in 6 to 8 weeks. You need to keep up with your trims. You are giving them a remedy just like your doctor did. It's like a prescription when you leave your doctor. If you're ill, and he's going to say, here's the prescription, go take it to dress. You're doing the same thing with your clientele. You're not just letting them walk out. You shouldn't. You should rebook that client, whatever their services are, whether it's 4 weeks for a haircut, 6 to 8 weeks for a relaxer touch-up, or whatever their needs are, with the shampoo, conditioner, spritz, or whatever they need. That is your prescription. That is your remedy before they leave. Because guess what? If you rebook, and we're going to get into that later in this chapter, if you rebook your client before they leave your chair, they will come back. 9 out of 10 times, that client will come back. If you tell them to call me, just call me. It might not ever happen. Okay, the rebooking works best. Okay, business cards. If your salon has business cards printed with a logo, name, address, and phone number, ask the management if you have cards printed with your name on them. Give these cards to current and potential clients. If the salon in which you are working does not provide cards, ask permission from the owner and consider supplying the cards yourself in an effort to build your business. And there's nothing more professional when somebody stops and asks you about your hair, because now you're going to be your own advertisement. Your hair should be flawless. Your nails should be on point. People will stop you and ask you where you get your hair, where did you get your hair done? And you'll say, I do hair. Okay. They're going to ask you where you get your nails done. Most manicures, I do nails. Oh, can I have your card? That's the next thing they're going to ask. And for you to be scrambling around saying, oh, I don't know, I don't have any on me, it's not professional. So always have them ready. Okay. So give these cards to current and potential clients. If the salon in which you are working does not, okay, I read the same thing. Ask permission from the owner and consider supplying the cards yourself. Referrals. Referrals are important because they increase your client base. If clients are telling their friends about your referrals, and those friends are calling the salon and asking for you, which we call requests, you're improving your reputation and income opportunities. Pre-booking, I talked about that. It sounds so simple, but one of the most effective ways to build your clientele is to ask clients to make a future appointment. Before they leave the salon, okay, taking the initiative to assist clients in maintaining regular appointments and one of those most effective tools for retaining a client base, which builds success. Promotional literature. If the salon has printed promotional literature such as flyers, newsletters, postcards, print your name on them and carry them with you and give them to people you meet. You'll be pleasantly surprised at the number of new clients you gain from this little extra effort. Now I have people that I gave cards to, they don't call you right away, but they seem to have kept them. So when they need your services, whether it's for a wedding or their daughter's going to a prom or, you know, whatever life is bringing them and they need a stylist, they will dig into their purse or wherever and say, oh yeah, I had that card. And then they will call you. And they will tell you that over the phone. oh yeah, you gave me your card. I seen you at the mall, such and such a time. And at that time, it's been a while, but are you still taking clients? Of course I'm still taking clients. Okay, so don't think that just because they didn't call you right away, they're never going to pull that card out or that flyer out and call you. Okay, because it will happen if you made a good impression. Okay, guest appearances. If you enjoy speaking before an audience, you might try offering your services as a guest speaker or demonstrator. Civic groups, clubs, charities, high schools, and college groups all enjoy hearing about the latest trends in fashion and style. They also like seeing the makeovers that you can present. Guest appearances can be an enjoyable experience and potentially develop a clientele that will ask for you by name. Be sure to check your area's regulating agency rules governing doing demonstrations outside the salon. Now, I did a school teacher, and they have what they call career day. I know everybody who heard of career day at school. So some people have a fireman come, maybe a police officer, they ask me to come, cosmetologist. So you just go and you just tell them, come to school and all the career benefits that you have, and you can make your own hours, being an independent contractor. And, that's exciting to them, and about the ROP program that our school has to offer, all these things a lot of people don't know. But that's why they have these kind of demonstrators, guest appearances at charities, etc. Okay, correspondence. Send thank you cards to every client after every appointment, or call on new clients after their first visit to follow up. Send reminder notices 1 week before each appointment or call with approval from the salon owner. Send a birthday card to every client with a gift certificate for $5 off their next service. That works really good. Once you have a steady clientele, you don't have to write down their year. A lot of women get offended or men, not to mention men, but women get offended. So just ask them for the month they were born and the day they were born. And if nothing else, if that's your client, you can give them a little birthday card. They sell them at Dollar Tree, two for $1. Okay. You can send I miss you cards to clients who have not visited you in 2 months or longer. That's another good idea. You haven't seen somebody, they've been coming every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks, they stop coming. Send them a little I miss you card and give them a little $5 discount in it. They'll be overwhelmed. Your personal touch, spending a little extra time, sharing a styling tip, or suggesting a new style or product to your clients are all examples of your personal touch. If a client mentions a need for more time in the mornings, you might suggest an easier to care for hairstyle. It is this personal touch that will keep your clients returning to you for future services. Important, you must continually expand your clientele. A certain percentage of your clients will leave the salon each year, so you need to be prepared to consistently keep your business growing. It's like a revolving door. You're gonna have the ride or dies and ain't going nowhere, okay, until you retire. Then you got the ones that just gonna come in for graduation or a prom or a wedding. They're just gonna come in for special events. Okay, so they might fall off. So that's when the new people will help make up for that. So you always got to be thinking about your business, your correspondence, okay? Your promotional literature, the pre-booking. You got to take all of these things into effect. The stylist-client relationship. A solid pattern of communication with clients must be established on their first visit to the salon. If your clients feel that you are anxious to please them, they will develop a loyalty towards you. But first, they must be convinced of your credibility and your abilities as a cosmetologist. So it's one thing to know that you are reliable, dependable. When you book an 8 o'clock hair appointment, you're gonna be there at 7:45. You're gonna get set up. You're gonna be waiting for that client to come. That client is not gonna be waiting for you to come. That is not the reputation you wanna start out with. So if you book at 8 o'clock or 12 o'clock in the afternoon client, you should at least get there 15 or 20 minutes before so you can turn on your irons. Okay, make sure your blow dryer is working and plugged in. Sometimes these electrical equipments will stop working on you the same day without any notice. So what I came to realize over the years that I've been a cosmetologist, I have a backup one. I always have a backup blow dry still in the box in my back cabinet. I have backup curling iron, you know, because these are the ones that don't give you no warning. You could stock up on your color. You could stock up on your shampoo and conditioner. But I would highly recommend that everybody get an extra blow dryer or flat iron that you use often as a backup. So you don't have to stop in the middle of a client and run to the beauty supply store. Okay. First, they must be convinced, I said that already. To develop this credibility, you will need to establish a professional relationship with your clients. The stylist-client relationship is critical to your success as a cosmetologist and to the salon that employs you. To communicate effectively with a client, you must first understand the individual. A large portion of this understanding will occur during your initial contact with the client. At the beginning of the service, you will consult with your client, and this conversation will set the tone for your relationship. During this conversation, it is essential to determine the client's desires and needs and explain what might be best for the overall appearance. You need to learn how clients feel about making changes to their appearance and what service objectives they have in mind. Other information you will need to learn from clients regarding specific services is covered in detail in upcoming chapters. So, what are the keys to successful client relationship? 1, you have to determine the client's needs. 2, clearly explain to the client what the finished look will be before beginning any service. 3, suggest alternative styles. If the client only wants to make a minor change rather than a dramatic one, further changes may be suggested later. 4, teach the client how to maintain the hairstyle, makeup application, nail care, or other services at home. 5, provide the client with information on the correct product remedy to use at home and proper product application. 6, show the client pictures of new styles and suggest any additional services that would enhance the client's appearance. Do not suggest to clients that the outcome will look just like the photograph. Don't ever do that. When they be like, I want this picture exactly, I want my hair to look exactly like that. Don't give them false hope. Say, I could get it as close as possible. Okay. For one thing, if they want a point cut and they don't have no sideburns at all, you just have to let them know that I have to bring your hair down and cut into your hair to get that point cut because you have no sideburns. So they could show you a picture of somebody, because most models in these picture books, they're going to pick the perfect model for that photo op that they want to do to sell their product or their style, right? Might have nice sideburns, thick density. You can point cut it up. It's perfect. But some clients might be thin, or they might be a little bald right here from putting their eyeglasses on and off like this. Okay. After a while, you start having a little alopecia. So you can't do a point cut over here. So you would let that client know, well, your hair is kind of thin over here. You know, your eyeglasses kind of made it, you know, you have a little alopecia. I won't suggest that. I would suggest this, okay? Accommodate the client whenever possible. If it is possible to adjust your appointment schedule for a client, do so without inconveniencing other clients. Share new information about cosmetology and fashion with your clientele. It will generate excitement and enthusiasm for your services and for the salon. Every time I came from a hair show, I kid you not, I couldn't wait to get back to my salon so I could introduce at least one or two of those styles on a client, or a new color that I, learned. And they're just as excited as you are. They're like, oh, I just went to Rusk and I learned how to do this color, and they like, sure. So you have those clients that are enthusiastic, that want to try different things. And then you have your conservative clients that don't ever want to change. So that's what they're saying. So slowly introduce those clients into your new idea. Treat your clients with the same respect and concern you would like them to exhibit towards you. So in other words, if you're having a bad day, don't come and take it out on your client, because they're going to turn around and have the same attitude on you. They're going to feed off of your energy. Okay, so my motto has always been, whatever I'm going through in my personal and home, when I walk into the salon door, I'm leaving it at that door. They don't deserve that. Okay, manage downtime constructively by helping others, performing tasks around the salon, and maintaining your client base. Organize your work and prepare to have products and implements ready for each client. Serve clients promptly when they arrive. Don't make them wait in that waiting room. However, do not rush one client in order to serve the next. When making appointments, be sure the time allotment for each person allows you to remain on the schedule. And just out of experience, sometimes things happen. That client prior might have been running 30 minutes late, and they set your whole tone for the day 30 minutes late. When the client first walks in the door, walk up to the client and explain what's going on. Say, I'm so sorry, I'm running behind. Do you have another errand to run? Most people say, yes, I was going to go to the bank, or I was going to run here. I'll do that now. Don't have the client wait for 30 minutes and then tell them you're running late. Tell them as soon as they come in the door, so they have the opportunity to go run another errand and come back. Or they might choose to just stay there and wait, but give them that opportunity. Okay, so manage downtime constructively by helping others, performing tasks around the salon, and maintaining your client base. Organize your work and prepare to have products, and I said that already, implements ready for each client. All right, notify your clients in advance if you plan to be absent for an appointment or on vacation, and pre-book reschedule their appointments with following stylists due to salon reception. So sometimes if you're going on vacation, the clients don't want to wait. They want their hair done every 2 weeks faithfully, or they might come every week faithfully, and they don't want to wait till you come back on vacation. Ask your coworker, I'm going on vacation. Do you mind doing Miss Sally's hair? And most of the time they want to make that money too, so they don't have a problem with it. Okay, so basically, before you just leave to go on vacation, or you're ill and you're not coming in, call your client as soon as you realize you don't feel good, or as soon as you set your date for your vacation. Let them know what's going on too, respectfully. So, stylist-staff relationship. All successful businesses depend upon a strong team, and that's so important. Strong team approach involving all members of the staff. This team concept revolves around several factors, some of which are listed below. See if you can think of some others. Does anybody have any questions right now up until this point? Any questions or concerns? Okay. So your common goals. Each team member sets his or her own personal goals for a day, month, and a year. Salons, research institutions, and manufacturers also set goals for themselves, such as financial, sale volumes, and educational goals. Teamwork flourishes when a blending of personal and business goals occurs. Sharing knowledge. As a member of the working staff, you're expected to share your knowledge and techniques with your fellow team members and other professionals. Sharing results in loyal, satisfied clients, as well as encouraging others to share with you. Should a special challenge or problem arise during your business day, you should consult with your fellow team member. As with the medical field, it is a sign of professionalism to consult with your colleagues about specialized or problem areas. So if you're running into a situation with color and it didn't take the way you wanted, it didn't lift, it came out too bright, and you just stuck, don't be afraid to go ask a team member. And don't ask them in front of the client. Bring them back to the back bar, bring them back to your break room, and then tell them what's going on. And they might say, okay, we'll try this. Put that on the client here for 20 minutes and then see what happens. It's okay. That's a good team player. Because you are a team member, you should express your ideas, thoughts, and feelings to create an open professional relationship with them. Dreams and aspirations, as well as frustrations and anger, may be expressed maturely. Don't use the cuss words and get or angry and agitate. You could express anger on a professional level or disagreement. It's okay to agree and disagree. In a professional manner away from the client, and keep your tone at a nice, even level. Okay? Problem situations will quickly resolve through the application of good communication skills. Helping others. This is so important. Although staff members have their own clientele to serve, sometimes you'll have extra time. So use it to help your coworkers. Okay, so if somebody took down a perm and your client's not coming for another 45 minutes, why can't you help rinse those perm rods out and disinfect them and put them away for her? What's wrong with that? Okay, in return, they will help you when you need assistance. And this is so true. They'll return the favor. Okay, I got two people here. I got one in the chair and one waiting, one under the dryer. My co-worker, my teamwork might go get my client underneath the dryer and get it to the next step for me. Just simple gestures like that. It's a team player. Perhaps the most important factor of teamwork cannot be taught. It is the all-important sense of togetherness and friendship that will hold your team together. The strong, positive, professional relationship that develops between you and other stylists in the salon will not be built overnight. Instead, you must establish a rapport with each person and continue to work toward good communication, understanding, and teamwork every day. The people you work with can become your friends and your professional associates. Remember these valuable concepts used by successful business people in any industry. 1, plan ahead. 2, create a professional image. 3, define your goals. 4, develop good professional relationships. Education plus skill plus confidence equals success. Also, good teamwork involves referrals. A client booked into a salon for a styling service might be referred to a specialist for skincare needs, or vice versa. In each case, the stylist reinforces the salon's concern for the client by suggesting treatment and services. Working with a team, you can provide each client with special care. And this is so true, especially in full service salons. So you are the hair designer, but there's a nail artist. It's one-stop shopping. Okay, and it's team playing. So you would try to sell your client, instead of going out of the salon to go to another nail shop. Oh, my friend over there, Marie, she knows how to do excellent nails. She does those 3D nails. Why don't you give her a try? And then clients that sit in a nail artist chair might say, Michelle does nice A-lines. Why don't you give her a try? You see, it's called networking and teamwork. Everybody's working together. Performance review. At irregular intervals throughout your employment, the salon management will discuss your job performance with you. It's called performance reviews. They have several common characteristics. Performance reviews occur at predetermined intervals. It is important to do a self-appraisal prior to each performance review. You will be given suggestions to help you capitalize on your strong areas. You will receive constructive criticism about the areas where you could improve. Okay, which brings us to salon ownership. So perhaps your dreams may even one of your long-term goals is to run your own salon. The successful salon owner, through ambition and hard work, can enjoy professional, personal, and financial security and the creative freedom to develop and build a lucrative business. Even if you have never thought of salon ownership or already know that you do not have a desire to own a salon, it will be beneficial for you to know the fundamental principles of various salon ownership models and operations. Understanding the inner working of salons will create a foundation that will allow both you and the salon owner to meet goals together. This section of the chapter will explore how to begin the process of owning a salon. So first, let's start with self-appraisal. A salon owner does not have to be all things to all people. I'm going to repeat that. A salon owner does not have to be all things to all people. The stylist planning to open a salon should assess his or her own skills carefully to pinpoint any areas of weakness. Locating weaknesses allows the potential salon owner to hire employees for whom those areas are strengths, skills essential to a successful salon owner are: 1, the ability to recognize hair fashion trends and technical experience. While the salon owner need not excel in every salon service performed, it is important to recognize great color skills or perm techniques and hire staff accordingly. 2, the ability to communicate with the public, not only in ordinary situations, but also in unusual or difficult instances. I worked in a salon with the owner, always wanted me, I worked with her for several years, always wanted me to sit in the front because she knows I like to talk to people. She was not a talker. She was a doer. So she knew her weaknesses and she hired accordingly. Does that make sense? So if you don't do nails, you don't like to specialize in nails, get a nail technician. Okay. You don't do barber cuts, hire a barber, and et cetera, et cetera. 3, the ability to accept suggestions and criticism from clients and staff. 4, the ability to exert self-control. 5, the ability to manage the financial operations of a salon or to work with a professional bookkeeper or accountant to create a budget that predicts income and expenses. In other words, you really got to stay on top of your bills and your financials. There's nothing like coming into a salon and the lights don't come on, or the water doesn't come on because you didn't pay the bill, or the cable. You had the clients trained to watch the cable shows on TV and you forgot to pay your cable bill or can't pay your cable bill. So you really want to manage your finances. Okay. 6, the ability to establish and adjust salon pricing in accordance with the local economy factors. Ooh, that was a tongue twister. 7, the knowledge to create business through promotion. 8, the ability to set realistic business goals. And 9, the ability to organize a business plan into an executive summary to include your goals, market potential, marketing strategy, financial projection, and an exit plan. These skills can be learned and developed through study and hard work. The experience you gain working as a stylist in someone else's salon will provide you with invaluable opportunities to watch and learn. Poor or inexperienced management and or poor bookkeeping systems have been the cause of failure for many salons. Many local colleges and universities, however, offer management and business training that can combine with your cosmetology education to help you become the owner of a successful salon. Financial status. Anyone thinking of opening a business must have money to invest. Few people have the thousands of dollars needed to equip and supply a salon. Therefore, you must prove you are a good risk. Before a bank or savings and loan will lend you money, preparing a personal financial statement is the first step towards securing a loan. So now we're going to get into the personal financial statement. A list of all property you own, your assets. Assets include physical property such as a house, car, recreation vehicle, antiques, jewelry, gold or silver, collections of valuable goods like stamps or coins or any other item for which you could receive payment. The best assets are cash value items such as certificates of deposit, IRAs, life insurance policies, saving bonds, stocks, bonds, cash, money market, checking and savings. Together, these are your total assets. A list of all your money you owe, your liabilities, any outstanding loan balances, credit card debt, bills, student loans, liabilities. Together, these are your total liabilities. Final figure, net worth, calculated by subtracting your liabilities from your assets, minus liabilities equal net worth, for example. So in other words, you don't want to have this much credit out. I gotta stay within the screen, and this much money coming in. You want to get to the point where you either even with the amount of money you got coming in, the amount of money you got going out. But the best thing is to have this much money coming in and this much money going out. I hope that makes sense to you. So when they asking for CDs and IRAs and anything of cash value, they're trying to see if you have enough collateral, just in case you fall into financial hardship and you can't pay the bank back. They have all these assets listed that they can get that money back from you. Okay. So it says if you have $50,000 in assets minus $30,000 in liabilities, you only have $20,000 in net worth. A bank might loan 10% of your personal net worth. With a net worth of $20,000, for example, you could borrow approximately $2,000. A 5-chair salon will cost on the average $5,000 to $50,000, depending on the location, improvements, and equipment needed. It is possible to borrow money with a low personal net worth, but then you are characterized as a high risk and may have to pay interest rate 5 to 8 points higher than usual rate. So it's the same thing with buying a car or a house. So if your credit is not that good, your interest rate is going to be higher. If you have good credit and it's good standing, you don't have a lot of debt out there, your interest rate will be lower. So meaning that you could pay your car off anywhere from 3 to 5 years instead of 15 years because you got a 29% interest rate because you got too much debt out there, too many bills you owe. So and nobody's trying to scare you or deter you from being a salon ownership. Now is the time to work on any and everything. Okay, set your goals. This is where I want to be in 5 years after I get my cosmetology license. I want to be a salon owner. So now you can start working on lowering your debt. Okay, raising your income, preparing yourself So when you do need to go get that loan or financial help, it's gonna look all good on paper. Okay, so we will continue tomorrow with the rest of this chapter. Does anybody have any questions or concerns about what we went over today? Okay, none? Okay, ladies and gents, we will be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock and we will continue with chapter 6. Okay, salon business. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.